All right, so good morning and welcome to a wonderful Friday morning, which is on the 6th. Today is the 6th of December 2024. It is well. 6th of December 2024. We welcome each and every family member, each and every of our fans, each and every of the subscriber of UAAG Grant. We welcome you to a wonderful Friday morning. I hope you had a very good night rest, and our expectations will not be cut off in the name of Jesus Christ. Pastor Obi Unwagbo, who was actually pinpointed in one of the voice note that was posted as someone who can speak the truth of whatever trending matter is ongoing at a time like this, who ought to come out and also lend his voice to the ongoing predicaments within the UAAG circle. Yes, the individual, one of the comrades, came out at a point and said the person who can really tell this truth, aside the country director of UAAG, is Pastor Obi Unwagbo. And hitherto, Pastor Obi Unwagbo hasn't come out. The country director too hasn't come out. And this is a faction where, this is a situation that has, splitted into three angles. And there is a need for the country director to speak up, Pastor Obi Unwagbo to speak up, but rather there was a write-up that was going viral that has a caption of "a large sum of money is coming your way." That was the caption. I think that got to the notice of Pastor Obi Unwagbo, and he was out to quickly say one or two things concerning that, and that's why we're going to bring it up this morning. He came across a caption that was going viral, tagged "a large sum of money is coming your way," and Pastor Obi Unwagbo responded to that. And this is what he said. He said, "It has come to my notice that the above write-up is going viral, and I want to inform members of the public that I am not the writer of this said breaking news. I expected that by now everyone should know that I don't hype irrespective of what I know or not. I love result more than frivolities. This is the handwork of some mischievous idol worshippers who prefers to glue to social media from the blast of AM to the dawn of PM. The class of people doing this are those who sold thousands of bundles without putting 1 + 1 together. And now they are using my name to cover up in order to soak pressure. Another set of people perpetrating this are those who are bent on keeping their relevance flying, just to cage their subjects in WhatsApp and Telegram platforms after 8 years. My humble advice to the public is to blatantly ignore them, because update has never put money in our pockets and will never. The only update that matters to me now is alert or alert surge in every NGO's account, so that this mental and emotional slavery can end. Therefore, reject any new topic that may come through ranting or voice note or write-ups or debates, etc., no matter how sweet they may sound, it is Exodus season. It is time for freedom. Alert is the only language we speak, and God of the universe will make it to happen because Oluwa is involved. Thank you. And it's signed Pastor Obi Nwagbo. So that is the news that was debunked by Pastor Obi Nwagbo, and we know that Pastor Obi Nwagbo is also one of the close aide and ally of the country director, the person of Apostle Ken Nwakama, and he tactically came to debunk the fact that he wasn't the one that owns that write-up that was attached to him, but what he is interested in right now is not just about the write-up or the voice notes or the debate or the jacking or the name callings that is going on within the ground ecosystem, but what is interested in right now is a lot that will drop in every CEO, NGO beneficiaries account. And I think that's what everybody wants right now. The updates that are coming, they are to keep us not in the loop, but to keep us on our toes to know, hey, what is happening at the moment. Despite all our time of delay, they are not there to keep you backwards, but to keep you abreast of the flying information right now. So the one that catches your attention is the one that you leverage on. It's just like, for instance, if you go to Google, or you go to your AI, artificial intelligence, if you're on the Google line and you put in a particular keyword or information that is not streamlined to what you're searching for, the Google will bring all sorts of information that might not be too relevant to what you want. But since it's a world of information, it's going to bring you harvested informations. Some of them are relevant, some of them are not too relevant, and some of them are closely relevant. So it is now with your prerogative of choice to be able to streamline your search to what you want, and then pick the one that is relevant to really what you need. As long as it's a platform of information will fly in there, and then you pick the one, or you streamline your search directly to what you want. Channels of informations are like that. The same thing applies to your artificial intelligence, like the ChatGPT and some other ones like that. So with the information going around, it's not everything that could be particular to us. It's not everything that could be relevant to us. Some of us are filled up already. Some of us don't even want anything, like this write-up is saying now. He might not be wanting any information now, but the alert, you understand, which is the capital information or capital expectation that everybody wants. Everyone that is trying to gather information from different sectors also wants alert. The one that has not talked also wants alert. So alert is the language that everybody is talking about. Whether I'm on the sideline, whether I am on the debate side, whether I am a freedom fighter, everyone wants alert. And I think alert is what silences every of these ear pulling, nose drawing, and everything that has been happening within the ground ecosystem. Is just the one word that will silence every opposition, and everybody will finally get back to their station, their bases, and go about their dailies. Is just the language of alert. But before alert comes, information will fly. You can't stop information to fly. The same way you can't stop a bird flying in the sky. It is their base. But if a bird wants to fly right to your head to make a nest there and patch there, and then lay eggs there and then hatch the eggs there, then something is wrong. But for it to fly, information will fly. It's just like your heart. Your heart is a ground where information come in there, they fly out, they come in there, they fly out. It is now left for you as an individual to pick the one that you want to stay, the one that you want to expand in your heart. That is the one you ruminate on. So both ego, good thoughts, evil thoughts, bad thoughts, clean thoughts, ungodly thoughts, godly thoughts, they will fly into your heart. Then you begin to scrutinize them to the one you want to stay, because it's a channel of information. All right. So right now, the information flying about that the Pastor Binwagbo wants to debunk is the fact that there was a write-up attached to his name that says a large sum of money is coming your way. But truly, that's what he wants. That's what everybody peddles, that we are expecting, rather, that we're expecting a large sum of money. But you know why it's been debunked? It's because he didn't come from him and he has not seen it come yet. And someone is attaching it that he's the one saying it, because the next question that will come is that, so when is it coming? When is the large sum of money coming? Because it is expected that we should have received it by now, having delayed for so many years. And the fact remains that nobody wants to be attributed to whenever it is called delay, especially when promises are involved. When you have been promised, then fulfill your promise. Everything stems from the country director. But why it appears like there is an issue here is because if it was left to his own choice or prerogative of dissemination first, possibly he might have disbursed this grant. Possibly. I say possibly. I don't know. Maybe he might have disbursed it if it was in his own capacity alone. But it was not just in his capacity. He has other organs. Some of them are faithful, some of them are not faithful. The government is also involved. Some of them have these bureaucratic issues that are attached to it, and some of the a lot of factors. But beneficiaries does not care whether there is a lot of factors. All we want is that you made a promise to us, and years are rolling into years, and this promise have not been actualized. And this is festive season. December is just here. And what else? What story again would beneficiaries hear? What again do they want to go and sleep with? What do they want to celebrate the season with? Is it still based on these promises that are not coming? Or just let us hope and everything will be fine? We believe that everything will be fine. With or without the grant, everything will be fine. But fulfill your promise. And that's the real deal right about here. So I want to encourage us, whatever you know or you believe is good for you at a time like this, if holding faith is good for you, it is good for me as a person. It's good for me. I hold faith and I believe that everything will work out right for the best. But you see, why I don't have any high fever or BP on anything is because I don't put it on my head. I trust God for what He's going to do, but even God can desire not to do certain things, not because He can't. He's omniscient, He's sovereign. Nobody can arrest Him. You can't pick Him if He desires not to do it. You can't arrest Him with EFCC or arrest Him with your brother, your in-law, or anybody. If God does not want to do something, you can't force Him to do it. If He does it for you, it's a privilege. If He does it for you, it's because He loves you. And He can still love you and not do it for you. So you see, whatever God wants to do, He has a right to do that, and nobody can blame Him for what He does. All we do is just let it be the will of God. Let us trust in His grace, trust in His mercy, and believe that He has the capacity to bring everything to our favor. So that is not a time to wear things on your head. So when you know that God has the capacity to do anything and everything, we will seek His admission in everything. And how do we do that? God, let your will be done. When it comes to this case where people are landing in the hospital, some have died, some have invested, and their investment, it appears like they had a wrong investment after all, because it's not yielding. And they are in hay fever, some are in high fever, some are in low BP, some are in high BP, and all sort of things are happening to people. I have personally lost some investment in the past, and it came to a point where maybe this is a personal testimony now. There was a point where I lost a lot, and when I checked my account, what I was left with was something less than 50 naira in all my two accounts. That was the point where everything changed. Because with mouths to feed, with bills to pay, and I looked at my pocket, I looked at my account, there was absolutely nothing there but 50 naira. I kept checking this account as if something is going to drop there. Nothing, absolutely. Everywhere was so tight and dry. That was the time it brought out the tough in me. Because if I couldn't break at that time, I just trusted God for everything. From that day, it went on for like a week, 2 or something. I was just so incapacitated. Nothing happened. Everywhere was so dry. Then I made up my mind from that day that nothing would move me anymore. If I could survive it then, cobblerlessness, pennilessness, then anytime it comes or appears, I could survive it. So that situation brought out the best in me till today. So anytime I'm down, whether financially or something is not flowing in, I tell you the truth, I am not moved. And I want you to develop that confidence, because God is caring, God is loving. God will not allow anything that is beyond you to happen to you. Why it's coming to you first is because He knows that you have the capacity. He has given you the grace that He has not given to someone else. Our graces differs. It's coming to you because He knows that you have the capacity to bear it. I wouldn't want this to be too long, but it's getting too long anyway. So I think I just have to drop it here. But maybe in some other voice notes, just trust in God, believe in His grace. God has the best in store for every one of us. I wish you a very lovely Friday morning. And as you go about your dailies, don't forget, aspire to acquire the desire you admire. And if by any reason you perspire, do not retire, but refire to acquire your desire. But in everything, put your trust in God, because He would bring it to pass what He promised you. Have a nice day. We love you. If you are new to our channel, kindly subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't get to miss on any update or release in time. God bless you.